When you self-sabotage, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you shift everything to the future. Let me say it again because sometimes YouTube tends to cut the first half of my video when I'm doing my intro because I does live stream, not video. When you self-sabotage, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you tend to shift everything that you're supposed to do right now to the future, to tomorrow, next week, next month. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to the live stream again. It's another day. It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday. Thanks for joining me again on my live stream, and thanks for watching this video on replay. If you're watching the video on replay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I would really love to put this mic on somewhere, but I've discovered when I put it on somewhere and I'm talking, shaking my hands, it just keeps making those weird noise which I don't like. So on today's video, we're talking about self-sabotage. What is self-sabotage? You've heard this word several times on YouTube, on whatever platform that you have. You heard this word self-sabotage. I think I've done a video about this before. You can go check it out. Self-sabotaging ourselves, how to stop sabotaging ourselves, what happened, the reason we self-sabotage ourselves. But today on this video, we'll be talking about what are self-sabotage, those words that you'll be hearing. I'll be explaining it in my own understanding, in my own tones, for you to also understand if you really don't have maybe 100% understanding on it. So stay tuned, watch the video to the end, and please, if you watch the video to the end, leave me a red emoji, and also please watch the video to the end because I will really appreciate it. Right now, let's go straight to the topic and let's go straight to the title of today. Thanks for the like. What are self-sabotage? Self-sabotaging are behaviors or thought patterns that consciously or unconsciously interfere with our achieving personal goals and overall well-being. Essentially, when someone actually undermines their own potential, their own ability to achieve success and happiness. So I'll be going into more details. This note is kind of long. I'll be doing it very fast. So I'll round up on my normal time. I'll be going into more details. Going into more details by understanding that self-sabotaging are undermining effects. Self-sabotage involve actions or choices that hinder progresses towards goals, even when you know you are doing it. Self-sabotaging I do say this 100% because in my last video I said self-sabotaging are when sometimes it's consciously or unconsciously, you know vividly that you're sabotaging yourself, you're talking yourself out of your success. For example, you're trying to hit a milestone in your life. You're trying to achieve some kind of success. You're trying to do something big in your life, but you tend to talk yourself out of it because of maybe your belief. You think you're not good enough to achieve it, or for some different kind of reasons. Thanks for joining. For some different kind of reasons, you sabotage yourself or you talk yourself out of it, just like remove yourself. And sometimes this can happen consciously or unconsciously. You do this and you know that you're doing this in your head, with your behaviors, with your actions. You just know 100% that you're doing this. But sometimes this comes unconsciously, that you're not aware and you don't know that you're doing this. You're sabotaging yourself from this success in the way of by our actions or patterns that you've created. There are some patterns that we've created for our life in our head that will go through those guidelines of patterns that we've created. For example, you've created the patterns that whenever you want to do something big, you don't prepare for it. It's a day before or even a night before that you prepare for that thing. That is self-sabotaging, and you've created that pattern in your head and it keeps happening. It's just you've created the pattern and it has become a guideline. For example, you're going to an important meeting tomorrow that you're going to be doing a presentation. You're going to do presentation. Yes, you're going to do presentation. You're going to do something that's going to make you hit a milestone in your life, and you're supposed to prepare maybe months later, weeks later before that day. But you refuse to prepare because you've created a pattern in your head that you followed, that a night before that day, that's when you start preparing. What clothes am I going to be wearing? What shoe am I going to be wearing? How am I going to speak? What are the things I'm going to speak about? How am I going to do my presentation? Or eventually you refuse to set an alarm and you wake up late. And you woke up in the morning, getting you start getting ready late, being hurried, trying to hasten up, drive fast to get to that place because you have an important meeting or whatever that you have to do. Why? Because you've created a pattern in your head that you now follow, even consciously and unconsciously. Sometimes you are aware and you tell yourself that I don't know why this thing keeps happening all the time. It's when I'm going to do something big in my life, that is when these things I refuse to prepare, and at the end of the day, everything just dramatized. Or sometimes you don't even know that you're doing these things, and you don't know that you're sabotaging yourself from your success. And this can happen unconsciously and consciously, and sometimes with our action. You're going to do a presentation, you're going to meet people that's going to lead you to the next step of your life or success. The way you behave, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk to them, it just feel as if you're not happy to be there. It feel as if you're not happy to present to those people, you're not happy to talk to those people or meet those people. These are self-sabotaging. You might be aware sometimes that this is the behavior that I used to behave all the time whenever something good is coming to my life. Or sometimes these things might just come out unconsciously that you're not aware. So we'll be going again deep to understand more what are self-sabotaging. And self-sabotaging can also be conscious and unconscious, like I said before. And these behaviors can be intentionally, like I said before, you can do this intentionally, or it can be as a result from ingrained thought pattern and habit, like I've just explained. It might be a pattern that you've created for yourself that you'll be following. Like imagine that you know that you're going for a long trip tomorrow. In this long trip, you're going to be doing something very, very important. It might be something that is going to elevate you, take you to the next stage of life, success, presentation, school activity, job, these things. And you're sleeping by 12 and you're supposed to wake up by 5. And you're sleeping by 12 p.m. Sorry, 12 a.m. and you're supposed to wake up at 5 to get ready to start your traveling to the destination that you're going to do this thing. You're sleeping by 12 a.m. Or it's that a night before the day, you're trying to make your presentation, prepare your presentation, even think about what am I going to wear? Are there fuel? Are there gas in my car that I'm going to travel with? Did I send the SMS? Did I send the message? Did I send the email? Things like these are patterns that you've created for yourself consciously and unconsciously. That sometimes you are aware that this is what I normally do. Things that you say, hey, yes, I'm used to this. I always do this. Or I don't even know why I does this. Or you don't even know that you're doing this, and you've created this pattern and you keep circling it and you keep repeating it days, times, without even numbers, and you sabotaging. These are sabotage. These are ways that you sabotage yourself from your sources. So examples of self-sabotage are: one, I'll be giving you some examples and I'll be giving you why this happened. And examples of self-sabotage is procrastinating. Like I said on my intro before, it's that when you procrastinate, when you sabotage, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you shift everything to the future. You say, you know what? You've given all these reasons, you've said all these reasons for you to sabotage yourself, and you start procrastinating and say, you know what, let's shift these things to next year, let's shift this thing to next week, let's shift these things to next month. Even things that you can do right now, you can do it, but you sabotage yourself. You're giving yourself 10, 20 reasons for you not to do it, and because of this, you start procrastinating and say, you know what, whatever, let's shift these things to next year and next. So you start procrastinating. And I'll give you example why I'll just be going straight to the video, because it's kind of long and I don't want the video to be the live stream to be too long. Example of self-sabotaging, like I said before, is procrastination. And procrastination means delaying tasks and avoid responsibilities, even when you are aware that this is important. Like I said before, the example that I've said before is that you know that you're going to do something very, very important tomorrow in your life, and you delayed everything till the night before the other day, and you start getting prepared, start getting ready, and you say, you know what, you start, even when you know that it's important, you refuse to do the thing that a day before the day that you're supposed to do that thing. And sometimes some people might say, you know what, I'm fed up, I'm tired, I'm just going to do anything that I like there because I didn't prepare before that day. I'm just going to do the presentation anyhow that I want. I'm going to wear any clothes that I can see right now. And you procrastinated till that a night before that day. That's something that you could just done. And you procrastinated. This was something that you're supposed to just do maybe days before, weeks before, so that you'll be at peace on this day, that you know that you're fully prepared. But you sabotage yourself and you procrastinated till a day before that night, and you ended up saying that, you know what, I'll just do the presentation whichever way that I want. I'll wear whatever that I can see right now, even if you know that this is very, very important. And this is something that you would have just done to rest at peace and relax your mind without all this hassle a night before. So the next one is perfectionist. Like perfectionists are people that want everything to be perfect. And when you are among this list of perfectionists, like people that want everything, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but you understand what I'm trying to say, that always want everything to be perfect. Before I start that YouTube channel and cook delicious meal and share my recipe to people, I want my kitchens to be perfect. Like, I want to have the best stove, I want to have the best cabinet, I want to have the best, the best table to advertise my recipe, to talk to people, the best camera. Before I start that business, I want to have everything in place. I want to have like the website, the shop, the business plans, everything. You want everything to be perfect. You want everything to be in the right places. This involve in procrastination, self-sabotage. And when you are perfectionist, striving for unrealistic standard, it's just a fact, unrealistic standard. And you start striving, you start wanting, you start expecting, listing thousands of unrealistic standards that you know that in your head, you know that in your head that, are you sure this is necessary? Don't you think I can just on this camera and start sharing my recipe, or start doing my video, or just start the business? Because we can't figure out everything at the one stand. We can just start gradually, but gradually we figure them out. But as a perfectionist, you want everything to be perfect. You want the business to be perfect, the standard, the shipping, the website, the kitchen, everything. You want them to be perfect. And because of this, and you know that you're striving for unrealistic standard, you end up procrastinating. You say, you know what, I don't think this is possible. We're just going to wait until these things are like, until we have these right things I want to start. And times are going, like you waste this whole time thinking about it, procrastinating. And because of this, you might even end up not doing anything, or standing out, or starting anything, because you want a perfect place to start, unrealistic standard. You keep creating unrealistic standard, then you know that is not even achievable. Not is not achievable, but you can start from somewhere and do something from where you are to get to where you're going. But because you want to, like, you're striving for a realistic standard that you know that it's not even possible. Not that it's not possible, but at a particular moment right now, it's not possible, and you can start from somewhere. This makes you to sabotage yourself and procrastinate. You know what? We're going to wait until we get this perfect thing that we're looking for. And this makes you to rely back, to shift back on what you want to do or what you want to start, and talk yourself out from your success, your abilities, your strength, to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. And the other example is that avoiding risk. Avoiding risk in sabotaging. These are examples that we use to sabotage ourselves. Even if, let me tell you guys, even if whatever that I've been saying, you've not understand it perfectly well, but this example that I've been giving you helps you understand ways that we sabotage ourselves. It might be this little, but we sabotage ourselves every day by telling ourselves, no, we don't think it's going to work. No, we are not good enough. No, I have to have the perfect thing. We procrastinate. We sit in our car holding our phone and say, you know what, I don't think I can do it right now. And it's something that you can just stand up, just go wash the dishes. You have the dishes, just go wash it. You say, you know what, I'm so exhausted. Let me just press my phone for a minute. It's something that you can just stand up without without seeking for that pleasure and injury yourself. Just go wash the place and you'll be free from those tormentation in your head that is tormenting you, that I still have to go wash the dishes. I still have to go wash the dishes. If something that you have been done with and continue with what you're doing right now, but the more you pressing your phone, you think you're enjoying that pleasure, you're enjoying that moment, you keep tormenting yourself in your head, and the thought keep repeating that you've not washed the dishes, you've not washed the dishes, just go wash it, just go wash it. Those times they will be there thinking about it, rotating it in your head, procrastinating. You would have been done with the dishes and just continue with something else. So the next example is avoiding risk. The reason why we sabotage ourselves from our success, even when there is opportunity standing in our front right now that can change our life entirely, that can change our family stories, histories, everything, and we sabotage ourselves and take a step back and think that this is not for me, I don't think I can do it, I don't think this is too good to be true. Like, this opportunity is too good to be true. Even if it's so clear to you that this opportunity is going to change your life, this thing is going to change your life, but you sabotage yourself out of it. It's because of you are avoiding risk. You are scared of risk. You are scared of failure. You are scared of, what if I fail? What will people say? Like, what will I say to myself? I will be so disappointed. So avoiding risk is excuse me, fearing failure and discomfort, which can prevent taking necessary step to achieving goals. Like I've said before, you're scared of taking risk. You're scared of taking the risk because you're scared of failure. You're scared of disappointment. You're scared of what if this does not work hard? And mind, not everything will work hard. Not everything you do 100% will work hard. Sometimes there might be disappointment, there might be failure, but you're so scared of the disappointment, you're so scared of the failure, you're so scared that you're putting your time on this thing. What if it does not work out? Then what if it does not work out and you sabotage yourself out of it? Then what if it does not work out? What happened? But you learned something from it, right? Then what if it works out and this thing change your life history, it change your story, it change everything about you financially, love life, relationship with people? What if this thing work out, but you are so scared of failing and disappointment? What will people say if I fail on this thing? What will I say to myself? I will be so disappointed with myself, and we sabotage ourselves out of it, and we run back to our inner circle, we run back to our small place and continue living in that place instead of you like taking the step. You sabotage yourself out of it you sabotage yourself out of it and run back to your inner circle. And so why does self sabotaging happen? So I think this is the last note that I'll be giving. Why does sabotaging happen? I'll be giving you one because I think my video it's almost gone. Why does self-sabotaging happen? It's because we fear of failure. Like I've said before, the examples of self-sabotaging is the fear of failure. We are so scared of taking the risk. We are scared of failing. We are scared of disappointment. We are scared of what if it does not work out. This thing. Now, why does it happen? It happens because we are the fear of failing. The fear of failing. That is why sabotagement happen, because when we think about all the risk beside or behind the whatever that you want to do, you say, you know what, let's give it up. It's not worth my time. Let's give it up. You sabotage yourself out of it. But when you think about the risk behind what you're going to do, you don't think about the success also behind it, because everything is a two ways. There's disadvantage and advantage. So when you think about the disadvantage, you also have to think about the advantage. Don't only have to think about the disadvantage. But right now in this world that we live in, you only think about the disadvantage. For example, making videos on YouTube. The disadvantage are, what if it does not work out? What if nobody watched my videos? What if I post video, spend my time doing videos, editing the videos, and I post the video, I get only 3 views, I get only 5 views? What happened? You only think about the disadvantage, but you don't even think about the advantage. What if I keep doing this and I keep doing this, putting my time, my effort, posting this video on YouTube, and I get noticed, like people get to know me, and YouTube keeps pushing my videos out. I get monetized, people watch my video, and I start getting like reasonable views on my videos, and I start getting paid on YouTube. You didn't think about the positive side. This is what I say, you sabotaging yourself away from your success, because your video can go viral, people can start noticing you, YouTube can start pushing your videos out, and you get notified and you get monetized, and YouTube can start paying you. People live their life on YouTube like full-time income. People get full-time income on YouTube even without 9 to 5. But you only define the negative side of the journey, but you didn't define the positive side of the journey. When you do this, you're sabotaging yourself away from the success, and you say, you know what, let's just stop. I don't think I can do it, because you're so scared of failing. You're so scared of failing and disappointment. What if I does it and nobody watch it? What if I does it and my video didn't get any view? I didn't get monetized. All my time, my strength of editing videos, everything will be wasted. But what if you does it and you get monetized and you start getting paid from it? So the fear of meeting to expectation, or the fear of what success might bring, can lead to self-sabotage. So the next one that I'll be rounding this video with is avoidance of discomfort. Some people self-sabotage to avoid facing discomfort, emotions, or uncomfortable situations. So I'll still be using YouTube as an example. You refuse to do that thing of self-sabotaging yourself from your success, because when you think about everything, you think the stress will be too much. I don't even want to do it. I prefer going to my 9 to 5 job. I don't even want to start that business, because I don't have that strength in the house to be shipping product out, or to be convincing someone to buy my product, or to be convincing someone to join my team, or buy a franchise, or whatever. You think about this stuff and you think, I don't care. You know what? I'll just continue my 9 to 5. Or the discomfort, the also the struggle, the masculine energy that you need to put to make your YouTube be successful, or your business to be successful. You think you're not ready mentally, physically for it. You prefer just going to your 9 to 5. And there's something that I want to say, that I've always wanted to say this thing to people, not only on YouTube, to myself, that this work that we're going to work for people, these businesses that we're helping people to build, that are paying us for, these people started from somewhere. They started like us when they started. Like when they started the business, they started as a one-man business, and they put in all their effort, their strength, their time, emotionally, physically, everything that they could put to grow the business. And when they finally grow the business, that's when they got to employ us, for us to also help them grow the business, to pay us. So when you think that I don't think I can afford to put my time, my strength, emotionally, physically, to grow my business, or grow my YouTube, or grow whatever I want to do, you're sabotaging yourself. These are the reasons why we sabotage yourself. But these people that you think, okay, it's just better for me to go join them, grow their business, when they've already done all the work. Trust me, they've done the 80% work before they be employed. They're putting on everything for them to grow their business. Trust me. But you think that I prefer to go work for them, but they've done almost all the work. It's just for you to support them and grow the business, because they've already invested their time, physically, spiritually, emotionally, tried everything to grow this business. But you right now, you're trying to sabotage yourself. You refuse to even do something for your home, because you think, I don't give a shit. I don't think I can do it. I don't think my time it's worth enough to invest on that business, on that thing. I'm just going to stay here and continue supporting this business, helping this person to grow his or her business. When you have yours, or you can start something, you start doing something, because you are avoidance of discomfort. You don't think you can be in discomfort, or you don't think you can be on uncomfortable situation, you don't think you have the strength or the ability enough to face the struggle of building a business or building a YouTube channel, or or responding to a negative comment on YouTube. So lovelies, I don't know if this video makes sense, but I think it makes sense. Take the video, explain it to yourself the perfect way, and let me quickly recap, because I think my video is longer than it's supposed to be. The meaning of sabotage. What are sabotage? Why do we sabotage ourselves? We sabotage ourselves. Sabotage are behaviors or thought patterns that consciously or unconsciously, it happens consciously or consciously, that interfere in achieving our personal goals and our overall well-being. And I went into more details, which I don't want to say. You can watch the full video if you're joining me. And I said example of self-sabotage are procrastination, perfectionism, and avoiding risk. And why do we sabotage? We sabotage because we are fear of failing, of success, and fear of meeting our expectation, or the fear of what success might bring can lead to self-sabotage. And the last one that I said is avoidance of discomfort. We don't want to find ourselves on those uncomfortable situation. We don't want to build a business that will have to offer, sacrifice everything that we can sacrifice to grow the business, but we'll rather go offer those our time, our strength, and everything to support other people to build theirs. So I think this is the end of the video, but tomorrow, if you love to know more, I'll be saying how to stop our self-sabotage, how to stop sabotaging ourselves to do what we want to do. I think I have a video about this, but I'll be doing more details video tomorrow, how to stop sabotaging ourselves from our victories, our success, and our happiness. So lovelies, thanks for joining me to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Please, if you watch this video and you join me to the end of the live stream, leave me a red emoji. And if you watch this video to the end, also leave me a red emoji. Don't forget that I love you. Please go watch the video again if you didn't get it very well, and join me tomorrow again on my live stream. Peace. See you tomorrow.